Happy New Year. I hope you had a good Christmas. This is the first in what's going to be a regular series, just looking at an event or two which are coming up in the next week, which I think if you're a running nerd and fan, maybe you should keep your eyes out on. What I also would like is you guys to tell me what races you're running or what races you have run, so we can have a little, maybe a little bit of healthy competition amongst us, and also some good shout outs for all the work that you've been putting in as well. So get in touch in the comments or message via the Instagram channel Round Up the Miles and let me know what races you've been doing, what you're training for, what you've done, how it's gone, all that kind of stuff. But in the meantime, here are two races that you should be watching this weekend. First of all, on Saturday on the 10th, it is the 46th World Athletics Cross Country Championships. Now, they're a bit smaller than they used to be. They used to be a huge deal before lockdown and they kind of suffered a bit, but they've started coming back again. This one is the first time it's been held in America since '92, and it's going to have a bit of a different theme to it. It's not that kind of muddy, wintry cross country that many of us are used to. It's going to be hot in Tallahassee, Florida. So there is a mixed relay, an under-20s women, an under-20 men's race, and then a seniors men and women's race. And crucially, the senior men and women's races are equal distance, both all 10K. So who should you be looking out for? What is going to be the fight? Well, Uganda's Jacob Kiplimo is going to be defending his senior men's race title. He's won two in a row, Bathurst in 2023 and Belgrade in 2024. He hasn't raced since Chicago Marathon when he won that in 2 hours, 2 minutes and 23 seconds. So he's gone to be focusing on the marathon, but he has come back to try and defend his title in the cross-country championships. However, Paris 2024 10,000 metre silver medalist Berihu Arigawi is going to be on his tail. He's been second for the last two races as well, but his margin has been closing down each time. Then you've also got Jimmy Gressier of France, who is a real fighter. He loves to dig in and surprise people, and he obviously won the 10,000 metres at the World Champs, and he is probably one to watch as well. So there's some interesting fights to go on there. In the women's race, the Paris 2024 double gold medalist and reigning champion of the cross-country championships, Beatrice Chebet, is off on maternity leave. But you have Agnes Ngetic headlining the field. She's the world 10K champion, 10K record holder, and the 2023 cross-country bronze medalist. Then you've got Maureen Chebor, who arrives after winning the Kenyan trials in October. Sarah Chelangat from Uganda was also one behind Ngetic last year. And from the Americans, you've got Waini Kalati, who won their trial race in Portland. She is running well as well. And then, not to be missed out, Megan Keith, who is the reigning European cross-country silver medalist, but has done a lot more over the last few years. She's come on loads. And then you've got Francine Niyomukunzi from Burundi, who is a regular on the cross-country tour, and she's won recent gold label cross-country meets as well. So there's some good people to look out for in those. The race is going to be an interesting one. It's at the Appalachie Regional Park. I'm not sure if you say it right like that, but it's a 2K loop. So for spectators, obviously, you can watch them go round and round. That's quite good. Custom designed elements, quote, with a Florida theme that highlight Florida's natural resources and tourist attractions. You've got a replica of the state capitol that's going to be used for the entrance of the athletes. So a bit of showmanship there. A roller coaster ramp. A sand pit 90 feet long, a 20-foot long knee-deep water element, four 2 to 3 foot high barriers which are carved in the shape of alligators, and a 100-foot long mud section. So although it's a dry, hot place, there's quite a lot of different terrain there. So it'll be interesting to see what footwear people decide to go for as well. For GB and Northern Ireland, the women's team has, as we said, European silver medalist Megan Keith, and Scottish runner Phoebe Anderson, Verity Ockenden, who runs for On, and then Poppy Tank as well. In the senior men's squad, you've got British 10K record holder and part of Team Macau, Rory Leonard, who finished 17th at the cross-country championships as well. Ribble Valley 10K winner Matt Ramsden, he was 6th in the under-23 race, I think last time. Jacob Can, I think that's right, Jacob Can and US-based guy David Malarkey, who is a strong runner there. And I think he has some links with that course and the coach who kind of designed that course, so that could be quite interesting as well. And then we've got a mixed relay team. So we've got Alex Millard, Adam Fogg, again, another US-based athlete, George Cootie, I think it is, along with India Weir, who's another Team Macau athlete, and that's her senior international debut, so she's quite excited about that, I think. So a really fun race to watch there. You can watch it on the BBC iPlayer if you want to get hold of that. It's from 2:15 on Saturday, or I'll put a link in the notes as well to say to the World Athletics page, which will show you where you can watch it in your own territory if you're not in the UK. It's also worth having a look at the BBC Sport website, because there's a great article including Megan Keith in it about the future of cross country and why it's kind of an it's kind of doesn't get as much hype. So yeah, have a read of that one too. I'll be watching. Then another race which sets the tone for the year, the Valencia 10K. We always get some interesting results there, sometimes some world records. Valencia is notoriously fast. It's also has had some slightly suspect results in the past, but they do their best, I think. So the lineup on the Valencia 10K, we've got in the women's race, first of all, we have I'm going to pronounce this wrong, so I apologise. We've got Fochun Tesfaye Haile from Ethiopia. So she ran the 5th fastest half marathon at the Berlin half marathon in spring last year. But she's also run 1:05 in Valencia in October over the same distance, so has slowed down a little bit. She placed 8th in the World Athletics Championships in Tokyo over 10K. So it'll be interesting to see what she brings out to the party. Then you've got Christine Chezero from Kenya. 29:56 is her PB, 6th place last year in 30:06. But she only ran one late race last year. And then before that, her PB comes from Lille in 2024. She seems to race quite sparingly, as far as I can tell. 4th fastest in the start list, Jess Warner-Judd, Hoka athlete, and she's had some issues. She stepped away from the track after having problems with sort of anxiety. I think it was induced fits. They never quite, I don't know if they figured out exactly what the problem was, but she stepped away from the track. She ran her marathon debut in New York City and ran an amazing race, 2:24:45, which was incredible. But she's cutting back down to the 10K now, which obviously is closer to what she used to run on the track. She also ran Save the 10Ks, which Des Linden and Cara Gouch put on last year, but she had to stop halfway through that again, so it's good to see her out on the roads over that distance. Then you've got Amy Eloise Neal, the on-running athlete, PB of 31:17. She's coming back off injury. Amelia Quirk, Abby Donnelly, Alex Bell, who's an 800-metre track runner. She's transitioning to the road. She ran a 15:23 5K in the New Year's Eve Mizuno and Sports Shoes 5K. Jenny Nesbitt ran an amazing marathon debut in Valencia just in December, so she's coming back too, and has the same PB over 10K on the roads as Lily Partridge, who also finished her marathon season late last year, 2nd fastest marathon of her career in Valencia, so she's in good form. And I think she felt like she didn't run as fast as she could have done at that marathon. So it'll be interesting to see how quick that recovery's come off. And obviously she's now getting some pace back again after that marathon training. Then you've got Mary McLennan, should have been at the Euro Road Running Championships in 2025, but had to pull out. So great to see her back. And ran a great marathon debut in 2024. So hopefully she will get some good results as well. I've just found out that Ailish McColgan is running it as well. So she's going to be one to watch. So it's being touted as McColgan and Almgren, who we'll come to in a minute, as the centre of attention. But we shall see. Back to the men. So in the men's race, you have Tadesse Werku of Ethiopia. So he ran... his PB is 25:46, though he ran 27:34 last year in Valencia and one other 10K race. You've got Andreas Almgren of Sweden. He's no shirk, 26:52. Isaac Kameli of Belgium. Then you've got Nordas from the Ingebrigtsen camp. And then from the GB Northern Ireland people, we've got Alex Yee, who obviously had an amazing marathon. Mark Scott is back. Ellis Cross is in the middle of marathon training. He's a Team Macau athlete, along with Scott Beattie is running it as well. Rory Leonard from that team should have been running it, but obviously is off doing cross country. And finally, Ephraim Gide, also of Team Macau, who's got a lovely little clan out there doing this Valencia 10K. He's running it as well for Ireland. So again, it's going to be an interesting show. And then Zach Mohammed is running as well. I don't think I've seen him in many races recently, actually. I have to check that out. But yeah, so tune in and watch online the Valencia 10K. It's often the way that athletes choose to kickstart their races for the year and kind of see where they're at, have a good burn up. So some good running to watch over this weekend. Let me know what running you've been doing, and we'll catch up next week.